Hey everybody, it's Nick from Hotspawn, and I am joined by the support for FlyQuest, our NA representatives in Busio. We were just talking about sort of your journey in. You've been here for about 2 days. Have you had a chance to see some of the matches that have been going on so far?
I've watched a little bit, but honestly, I haven't had much time because we arrived, we had a travel day, and that's when I think G2 Furio was playing. And then we had a full day of media into scrims. And then today we just woke up and we came straight here.
Yeah, totally.
But I watched a little bit. I saw some funny picks. I saw some Yasuo ADC being played. I saw some Nyla, I believe, by Furia.
Yep.
And I really thought Furia would beat G2.
I did
from
too.
how the first couple games were looking, it looked like G2 was having a really rough day. And Furia's pretty solid, so I was surprised they didn't win, honestly.
Yeah. Well, and as you can attest, any team that picks Azir off roll is just destined for greatness. So.
Wait, they did? Where did
they played Azir top, in the regular split, though.
Oh, okay.
I think they might have flexed it or something
probably.
in one game, but I don't think we got to see actual Azir top. But they did play Azir top in the regular season. Okay, awesome. So right now, there's some mystery to what the seeding will look like, but you guys have two possible opponents, which is CFO and AL.
Yeah.
Those are the two seedings that can happen right now. Out of the two, obviously AL is probably going to be a lot harder, but might be a more fun match for you guys. Who would you prefer to face going into the bracket?
I'm not really sure. I guess AL should be stronger, but CFO is also a very solid team.
Yep.
If I remember correctly, they were in the finals of First Stand, and right? I think so.
I'm blanking on First Stand, honestly.
It's
been a bit of a blur at Media Day. I know they went far. I just can't remember.
Yeah.
Finals.
I think finals. But maybe not. But they're a very good team still.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's not like it's a free win or anything because they're not from a major region. But they're a very solid team. So I think both matches we have to be very focused on and play well to win. Yeah.
Sure. We spoke right before you played C9 in finals, and you said C9 are a great opponent because they're very calculated, you know exactly what's going to happen. So you saw that you were going to have to win through a double TP backdoor that early, right? You just knew.
That was the game plan.
Yeah. Okay, good. I was just making sure because, and I did notice this, you were the first person on your team during the finals to go, do we have an end angle here? And then the team sort of takes it up and figures out the rest of the plan. In that moment, as you're retreating from your ADC being flashed on by Callista, what were the things that you saw that were like, hey guys, I think we might be able to cheese this?
Yeah. We just had some wards, and their Nexus was almost exposed, because I believe the Nexus turrets don't regen past 1/3 HP or 2/3 HP. So if it was below 1/3, it's only going to regen up to 1/3, so it's like a pretty low tower. So I just suggested it, and the guys made the more concrete plan from that, and it's because we died, so we're definitely not fighting them there. So you just gotta think outside the box.
Yeah, and then in the subsequent play, this isn't even as much of a question, but me and my friends were absolutely cracking up when you're obviously getting the call, just stop backs, and you flash W as Elise over the wall, and then nothing.
Oh, yeah.
That was just a funny moment to me, watching you're clearly in the corner, just get in there, stop them for half a second, and watching the support Elise flash W and then have no cooldowns.
Yeah.
Got a good laugh out of that.
Yeah.
Those were really
Gotta cancel their bases,
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't matter if you die there.
Yeah.
It's a win or lose scenario. All right, awesome. So, how have scrims been going? Obviously you won't want to get into too many details, but if you can say some of who you guys are scrimming and just how that's been going, just interested to know what the practice has been like.
Yeah. I probably can't say who we've been scrimming, but for example, yesterday we scrimmed an Eastern team, and we had a positive record.
Hell yeah.
But I will say, those scrims were low quality. It was just fighting off cooldown. I learned a little bit, but that did not feel anything like a stage game. That was just fighting. So today, for example, I'm looking to make sure I'm more disciplined myself to just make the game feel more like stage, because I think that's important in practice. But we're also less jet lagged than other teams, so that's a nice advantage. But we still have to get back in form because we haven't been scrimming that much because we had a little bit of a break after our finals. So we still got to get back in form.
Yeah, and I know the last time we talked, you were mentioning it was really hard to find good scrims right before finals because of the new format. Everybody's competing for the same MSI slot, so nobody wants to leak their tech. There's not the old playoffs things where it's the top two can probably scrim each other a little bit, but when you're fighting for that same ticket, it's really tough.
Yeah.
I'm interested to know, as you're talking about there, the difference between scrim and stage. We had a little bit of a patch touch-up. I'm very sad to see that the Yorick nerf went through right before an international. I was hoping for one where he was good. What do you think, again, not revealing too much, but how are you feeling about the patch, just where the game's at right now, coming into the main stage?
So the most recent patch, there were 2 patches since we played
Yes, yeah.
LTA North finals. The first patch after that was more impactful, and the most recent patch was very, very small.
Yeah, small tweaks.
At least for my role, like the most important change was Nico's Q does, I believe, 20 less damage, level 1, which is quite a change. So that might stir up the meta there. Nico won't be as OP, but she's definitely still viable.
Oh,
so that's the biggest change for me, and then everything else.
That's for other people to deal with?
Yeah, like I don't know, there's that many huge changes. Yeah, I don't really think. Yeah.
Awesome. So you mentioned Nico there, and that brings up a discussion we were having. So it was in one of your games in playoffs. You send a Nico clone into the jungle, and you pop the dance emote. And when whenever I see, and at the time when I see the Nico going in with like the spinning tail, my brain was like, is that a Jax? What's going on? And so I was talking with that there's some like masters level players in the press corps, and they were saying that if you dance while sending out Nico's clone, it extends the animation, like it extends how far the clone will go. Is this true, and is that why we're seeing everybody pop emotes while sending out Nico clones, or is it just a flex?
No, it does something, but there's more levels to that. Like, so basically you can send out a clone. It was very common. You just send out your clone and you can click B for a recall. And that'll just extend the clone till the end of the recall.
Oh.
But you can't move while recalling, right? So the tech is you click W, then you control click on an enemy. So if you do like an enemy champion and they get in fog of war, the clone won't see it anymore, so it'll stop moving. So the tech is you click W on a turret or like a minion that's going to be there for the entire duration, and then you need so the clone lasts, I believe, 3 seconds. So then in the 3 seconds, you need to click roughly between the 2nd and 3rd second, because you want to extend it as much as possible. You do control 1, control 2, control 3, control 4, any emote you want. And then it'll last till the end of the emote, right? Just like the recall, because it lasts till the end of the recall. So the emote lasts longer.
So the animation will always complete.
Yes.
No matter how much duration is left in the Nico clone.
Correct. It extends it, and because you do the control click thing, it's able to move, and that's just it's broken. Like I believe it was considered a bug at some point, and then they lifted it. I don't know why, because they decided it was fine, or maybe it
might not have been able to fix it.
Maybe it wasn't fixable. I'm not sure, but it definitely is a little bit silly that you can just like send a clone through the entire jungle. Like, that can't be balanced.
An Ash Hawk shot that minion blocks people and blocks skill shot seems pretty good to me. So I don't know what the problem is there.
We'll take it.
Yeah, exactly. So the next questions are just like totally for fun. We're just gonna chill. Not gonna talk about pro play too much. I know I've asked you the arcane and the season question. We sort of discussed a little bit. I'm interested to know, do you have any guesses for where we might be going for our 3rd season? We've got Noxus, Ionia. You got any inklings where that 3rd season might be? Because
Freljord?
Yeah. That could be pretty good. That could be pretty sweet.
Because like I don't think they do a Demacia, because they just did Noxus in Split 1.
And if you do Freljord, then you can have an ice map for Christmas.
That's actually fire. It has to be Freljord then.
Yeah,
that's
listen,
true.
I'm just saying, if they don't bring back at some point a snow map with the Baron with the little Santa hat, the old Summoner's Rift, like the Christmas Summoner's Rift, I'm going to be a little disappointed.
I think they will bring it back, because they've showed that they can do the maps, the varying maps, so surely they bring it back. A little snow map for the winter.
Yeah, perfect. All right, last question here, and that's just, do you have any words to the NA fans who are, getting ready to see you guys? You'll play your first games tomorrow when main stage begins. Camera's all yours.
Yeah.
Say what you like.
I'm glad to be your representative, and we are trying our best to perform. We are looking to beat a Asian team this year. We took Genji to 5 games, but now we're trying to win. So hopefully we make you proud.
Hell yeah, awesome.